Politico and Fortune magazine have an interesting article out, and they discuss some new rules over at Goldman Sachs when it comes to donating to politicians. Now, I'm sure everybody knows Goldman Sachs is one of the worst offenders when it comes to buying our political system, and they basically got away with whatever the hell they wanted to get away with when it came to the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession. In fact, we know for sure that they committed fraud. This is why Bernie Sanders says all the time that fraud was a business model on Wall Street. So they would sell these toxic packages, subprime mortgage packages, to unsuspecting clients, and they would tell them, no, don't worry about it. It's totally cool. You're going to make a lot of money on this, let me tell you. And then as they sold it, they would turn around and bet against those packages that they just sold because they knew it was actually bullshit and it was junk. So they'd sell it over here and then go over here and go, I'm going to bet on that to tank. So you make money two ways. You make it off the client, and you know you're lying, and then you also make it because you say, I'm betting for this thing to tank. So, again, there's a word for that. It's called fraud. It's not allowed. But they largely got away with it. I think they paid a little fine, and then they got away with it, and nobody went to jail because they're super rich white guys with suits and ties, and they're well-connected. So, hey, you get to do whatever you want if you fit that description. So, now they say, all right, we're going to clean up our act. Don't worry about it. We got this on lock. So we're going to change the rules here to make it so that people in Goldman Sachs can't donate to various politicians. Okay, hold on. What do you mean various politicians? Wouldn't you just want to, ban donations to all politicians? It's not like some are prone to corruption and others aren't. I mean, the nature of the system makes it so that people act in the interest of who's giving them money. Yeah, that's totally true. I mean, that's why we need to, ban money for various politicians. Okay, I don't know why you're saying various. Why are you slipping various in there? So they say, here are the new rules. See, they're very strict. You cannot donate to local politicians. Oh, thank you. You cannot donate to state politicians, and you can't donate to some national politicians. Wait, hold on. What do you mean some? What does that mean? What are you taking some? Well, yeah, there are some kinds that I guess will allow a little bit and others that we won't allow. So you go into the details of their policy, and it turns out they specifically say, oh, if you're at Goldman Sachs, you can't donate to Trump-Pence. Okay, great, wonderful. So you don't want to donate to presidential candidates. Fantastic. But you can donate it. You can donate to Hillary and Tim Kaine. What? So they tweak the rules and they say it's banned to donate to Donald Trump and Mike Pence, but Tim Kaine and Hillary Clinton, rock on. You're like, okay, wait, hold on. They're both running for president. What do you mean? They're in the same position. Yeah, but see, what had happened was, and the thing was, that when you look at Mike Pence, Mike Pence was a governor. Tim Kaine is a senator. You can't donate to governors, but you can to senators? Anybody buying this? So they craft the rules specifically so you can give to Hillary and you can't give to Donald Trump. Well, motherfucker. Look, I swear, and we're going to do a segment on this in a little bit, it's like both sides are trying to lose here. Because Trump, obviously, he went around and imploded last month. We covered that in detail. He said every stupid thing you can imagine. But Hillary Clinton, her whole thing has been, fuck the base, fuck you, I don't care about the base, Bernie supporters, piss off. Anyway, neocons, I love you, you're so great. So she's been going around kissing up to neocons, kissing up to moderate Republicans and centrists, and abandoning everything progressive, she said. She's raising a tremendous amount of money from Wall Street, and now we know even Goldman Sachs is crafting their rules. Say, okay, yeah, donate to Hillary, but you can't donate to Trump. So you have one person who's just so fully embraced the establishment and it isn't even pretending to want to appease the base anymore and say, okay, I'm still with you guys. And the other person is going around saying stupid shit like, Obama, he founded ISIS. He created it. Let me tell you, tremendous. He created it. Believe me. Let me just tell you, he founded it. He founded ISIS. Founded. Don, you mean he created the vacuum that eventually led to the rise of ISIS? Founded. No, I mean he founded it. So it's like they're both trying to lose in different ways, and it's the saddest thing I've ever seen. I mentioned this the other day. I'll mention it again today. I really think this is the worst presidential election in U.S. history. I mean, it has to be. And in fact, we know, based on the numbers, based on other polls, Hillary and Trump are tied with unfavorables, and it's record unfavorables. They were both tied with 56% unfavorables. And there was a time when Donald Trump was at 63% unfavorable in the country. This is unprecedented for people who just won party nominations. They just won. This is supposed to be the time when it was like, woo, we love these people, yeah. I mean, think about when Obama won his nomination in 2008. People were like, oh, yeah, we like him. It lasted for roughly 18 seconds, but even some people on the right or moderates or independents, so that his approval rating was over 50%. His unfavorables were super low. With these guys, it's 56% unfavorables immediately. It was like, what the fuck are we doing here? We hate these people. And gee, I wonder why. It's because of stories like this. It's because people like Goldman Sachs, who everybody hates if they're educated about Goldman Sachs, they're like, yeah, totally. We love Hillary, but no donating to Trump. No donating to him, but donating to Hillary is great because of rules and stuff. And don't worry, it makes sense. Don't use logic and think about it. No, the only way it makes sense is you want to continue to purchase her and have her do your bidding. And you've given up on Trump for various reasons. Not because he's not open to money in politics, but because you don't think you can control him. We already know he hired the douchebag from Citizens United who made America more corrupt. That guy's whole existence is to make America more corrupt. So spare me. He also is a big-time player in money in politics, as we've documented in detail. But Goldman Sachs is like, well, Hillary's our girl. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go for her and totally buy her. And so, no, we cleaned up our act. We're not allowing ourselves to buy any other politicians except Hillary.